is up, YouTube? So I wanted to make this video real quick. I'm outside in the sun, but if you're an individual that develops sunburns extremely quickly, you can't handle the sun, your skin starts getting red, or you feel itchy every time you're outside in the sun, that's not normal. It's your body trying to communicate something with you. Your body is probably more than likely very acidic and very toxic. As we know nowadays, everybody eats a lot of processed foods, a lot of just fake foods. It's not real foods at all. People also consume a lot of refined oils, processed oils, and then the stuff that people put on their skin too. It's very highly acidic, highly toxic. The sunscreens nowadays, the skin products that people use. Like, I don't use any skin products at all. You know, um, besides sometimes like an oregano oil based skincare product, but it's only got like a couple ingredients. But sometimes also like coconut oil. But all that stuff that you put on your skin, your body absorbs that. It absorbs that into your skin, and it goes into your bloodstream. um, Same thing with the foods that you eat. If you eat a lot of processed foods, a lot of slop, if you consume foods that are cooked in refined oils, when you go out in the sun, your skin will have a sensitivity to the sun from that, and people don't realize this. And I can personally say this from personal experience, because when I was younger, I used to sunburn very easily, and I would sunburn, and I would also get I would feel very uncomfortable in the sun. Like, my skin would feel very itchy. And it wasn't until, I started changing my ways, changing my diet, eating healthier, that all of that stuff went away. And that's when I came to realize, like, man, like, the foods that you eat, the stuff that you put into your body, the stuff that you put in your skin, all of that stuff plays a major role in whether or not, in how healthy you are. And when you're truly healthy, you're able to adapt to the sun. You're able to handle the sun. Like, as you can see, my skin is very clear. My skin looks nice. People have always complimented me on it, and I don't put anything on my skin. I just moisturize it every now and then, but with like a natural moisturizers, which is like coconut oil or an oregano oil based moisturizer. That's like a face cream. But yeah, I could stay on the sun as long as I want, and I do not sunburn. And even when the UV rays are extremely high, sometimes I'll just get like, what will happen is I'll just get like a slight tan, but I do not get red. I don't get itchy. I don't feel uncomfortable. I actually love the sun. It feels really good when I'm out here, and there's a lot of health benefits to being in the sun. It's good for men, like boosting testosterone. It helps with your hormones. It's good for the immune system. There's a lot of health benefits to it. And there's also there's a lot of studies too that are out there that show that people who, when they get sick, a lot of times are very vitamin D deficient. Skin cancer patients, and just people in general, whenever they're sick and unhealthy, they're always vitamin D deficient. So it's always important to make sure that you get your vitamin D. But yeah, I just wanted to make this video, man, because like, I go to the beach sometimes and I just see people putting on their sunscreens and stuff like that, and they still end up with like a sunburn, and their skin's very red. They look super burnt, and I'm like, man, it's just a mix of different things, diet, and obviously putting all these products on their skin, and your body's just absorbing that. So yeah, so pay attention to your body, guys. Pay attention to all of this. Your body will communicate with you in very unique ways, so it's important that you listen. But yeah, you should be able to adapt to the sun. As you guys can see, I'm lighter skin. I got like a lighter skin complexion, but even then it doesn't matter. People will always make the excuse like, oh, if you're darker skin, you can tolerate the sun better, you don't sunburn, etc., etc. But even someone like myself, I'm lighter skin complexion, and I don't have this issue where I sunburn. So yeah, and the UV rays are extremely high right now. It doesn't matter how high it is. My body, or my skin just doesn't get affected by it. So yeah, I just wanted to make this video, y'all. It's because I feel like it's an important topic. It's something that people probably don't really know about. They don't really pay attention to it. They just probably think that if they get sunburned every time they're outside in the sun, or They just think it's genetic, which I don't agree with that. I don't believe that, you know, because I could have easily thought the same thing years ago when I had the same issue, when I was going out in the sun, always getting red and just getting sunburned. I could have just said like, oh, this is just genetic, you know, I'm not meant to handle the sun. But it wasn't until I made those lifestyle changes and started to eat healthy and take really good care of myself that all of that stuff just completely disappeared. All right, yeah, I'll catch y'all later.